Hi, this is Kanavabu. This is the part 5 of food court project. The last class we discussed about how to add the item types. Right, in this session we'll discuss about how to add the items. Right, so here I am executing my project. So admin will add the item types. We have already seen this one. Now admin will add the items. So here I have to design the add items form. So here I will go to the project, add Windows form, and here I will give the name of the form. I will give as add items. I will give the name as add items.cs. Click on add button. So after designing, your form will look like this. So what is my requirement here? Let us check it out. Right. So here I want to generate the item number automatically. That is program number 1. Program number 2, I want to display all the item types from item master table in combo box 1. Right. And so as we already written this auto generate class, I'll go to the solution explorer, and here you can see one class is there, that is auto generate class.cs. Within this class, I think unfortunately I have written select count of stars from item master, but this code must work for any type of input. So here I will simply write select count of star from table name, as we are passing the table name dynamically at the time of auto generate a specific item. So here I will go to the add items.cs and here double click, and I will use the class. I will create an object for auto generate class, and a1 is equals to new auto generate class of, right. Now I will call the method a1.autoGenerateID. At the time of calling the method, you have to pass the table name. So here my table name is items, right. And the return type of this method is int. So I will store the result of the method in one integer variable, int I is equals to, and here I will declare one string variable, string I number. I will declare string I number is equals to something like I number underscore, right. So as we already know, this method will return select count of star from items, and I want to increment the I. I think already we incremented the I value here, so it will get the 1, and I want to add the string plus int is what? String. So I number is equals to I number plus I, and I want to display that one in where? Text box. Text box 1.text is equals to I number. Is it clear? And here whenever user clicks on what? This add items button, it has to navigate to add items form. So create an object for that form. Add items a1 is equals to new add items of, right. Once press F5 and check the output. So here I will try to log in with username admin and password is admin. Click on sign in. And what is the role of admin? Admin can add the item types as well as items. Now I will click on add items, right. So here item number is automatically generated, I number underscore 1. And program number 2, I want to display all the item types in the combo box, right. So here what I want to do, I want to write a separate method here. So here I will go to the add items.cs, and here I will write a separate method, something like private void. The name of the method I will give as bind item types, bind item types, bracket open, bracket close. Actually in our project we will use the same method for multiple times. So what I want to do means, I will keep this method inside where auto generate class. In the same class I will declare one more method, and the name of the method is bind item types, because frequently we will use the same method throughout our project. I will directly create the object and I will directly call the method instead of writing the same code repeatedly again and again, right. So to make the things faster, I will write the code. Here I have given the names for the controls. The name for text box 1 is txt item number, combo box is cb item type, txt item name, and txt item price. So here combo box control you can use like both in two ways. One is it is a combination of text box as well as what? Drop down list control. btn add I will give, and here I will write something like btn close button, right? So always you need to give the IDs for each and every control, easy for identification, right? So here you need to understand the requirement. What is the requirement here is, whenever here first of all we are automatically generating the item number, and you have to bind all the item types from where? Item master table and display in the combo box 1. And the admin will add the item name. For example, if the admin is selecting pizza and is adding the item name as veg pizza, and the price is fixed as 60 rupees, whenever he click on add button, we have to insert this item number and item name and item type number. This is very important here, because here you are displaying the item type and you are inserting what? Item type number. And you must not insert quantity, because admin is not updating the stock. He is just deciding that what items that he has to sell in his food court. Like the admin has decided that he want to sell pizzas, veg pizzas, and he fixed the price. Day to day he will bring the stock to the food court and he will update that one. So by default, here item number must be ITM_1, item name must be veg pizza, item type number must be the ID of pizza you have to insert, quantity you have to insert 0, and price you have to insert 60 rupees. So here, according to our requirement, I need to get both the values at a time and display in the combo box. One value I want to display, one value I want to insert. So here my requirement is to get item type number and item type from item master table, and I want to display the value. I want to display the item type in combo box 1, and I want to insert the item type number. That is my requirement. In order to do that one, here we are having one property called combo box control. Combo box control will have two properties. One is display member, other one is value member. Display member property is used to set the column name that you want to display within the combo box control, and value member property is used to insert the value whenever user select that particular combo box. Let us see the code, you will understand. So here if you observe clearly, in bind item types method I am creating the connection and I am passing the query using SQL data adapter class select start from item master. So I will get both item type number along with item type, and I am storing the result in data set, and I am filling the data, and I am returning data set. We already know that data set is a temporary database. Whatever the result that is available in the data set, I want to use that result. So here I will go to add items.cs and let us check. So here you can see I declared one method called add item types, and I am creating an object for auto generate class, because in auto generate class I have the bind item types method, and I am calling that method bind item types object name dot method name of, and the return type of that method is dataset. So the result of this method I am storing in where? Dataset, and whatever the data that is available in the dataset I am trying to, we are intimating to the data source property that the data that is available in the dataset. So whatever the data that is available in the dataset will be binded into what? Combo box. But here combo box have one special feature, as I told, that it will have two properties. One is display member and the other one is value member. In this requirement I have to catch both the values, because I want to display the item type, but I want to insert item type number. So here in dataset actually two columns are there. One is itype and itype number, right? But I want to display the item type, but I want to insert what? itype number in the items table. So at that time I want to catch both the values, so I am using what? This data set to fill the data in the combo box. I hope you understood. Here let us say I will show in the breakpoint. Here when you call the add item types method, it is creating an object for auto generate class and calling the bind item types method, creating the connection, and the result of that query will be stored in the data set. If you observe clearly, in data set we have both the data is available, itype number and itype, but I want to display itype, but I want to hide what? I want to store the value as iType number. So here that is the reason combo box is having two properties. One is display member, other one is what? Value member. Is it clear? So let us see the output here. Now when I enter the item number and if I select pizza and here if I write veg pizza and here if I enter the price and click on add button, it has to add the details to the items table. For that I want to create one stored procedure. Let us see that one. Here I will create one stored procedure. Go to the new query. The procedure will look like the below. So this is my table, items table, having 5 columns. So I created stored procedure. What is a stored procedure? Stored procedure is a set of pre-compiled SQL statements which will get executed when we call it. And if you want to know more about stored procedure, I will upload some other video on procedures. But here I want to insert item number, item, quantity, price and item type number. So here I have given the parameters. In which order you have given the input parameters, in the same order you have to pass the values. So here if you observe, I just done one small modification. I have kept this entire code in the method called auto generate item number method, and within button underscore add and double click on this add button, and here I have written some code like first create the connection, open the connection, pass the procedure, mention that we are working with stored procedure, pass 4 values. First of all I am passing the item number which is in text box 1, item name, quantity I have to give 0 because now here admin is not updating the stock, he is simply adding the items, and price. And if you observe combo box cb item type dot selected value means the ID of pizza will come because I want to insert the ID, not the value. Is it clear? So that is the reason we have mentioned display member is equals to what? iType, value member is equals to item type number. If you want to insert the item, you can give selected item, but now I want to insert the value, so I am writing selected value. I hope you understood. Now let us execute and check. So here the item number is automatically generated, pizza, and admin is adding veg pizza. The price of veg pizza is deciding as 60 rupees. And whenever you click on add button, if you observe clearly, where connection is created, opened, pass the procedure, item number. Here if you observe clearly, item number is INO underscore 1, item name is veg pizza, quantity is 0, text is price is 60 rupees, selected value is IT underscore 1. That is the ID of what? Veg pizza is inserting here. Once going, so veg pizza is added successfully. Now the admin is adding chicken pizza, CHICKEN PIZZA, and the price is 80 rupees, and here chicken pizza is added successfully. Similarly he is adding some burger, something like veg burger, and the price is some 70 rupees, and here veg burger is added successfully. Go to your database, right click on items, edit top 200 rows. Here you can see all the items. If you observe clearly, quantity is 0 because here admin is not updating stock. When admin will update stock, it has to update here. Just is deciding the items what you want to sell and is deciding the price of the item. Is it clear? I hope you understood this example, right? In the next class we'll discuss about how to work with how to update the stock, right? Thank you. Have a nice day.